Belly up, belly up. It is game day, game day, game day. Ah!
Yeah, and it's being that it's game day.
You having a beer already?
I don't usually drink a beer this early in the morning, but it's fucking
Jeez.
Viking season opener.
Wow, I feel really. This is just coffee. Wow, good job. I hope you drink those continuously through the day, and this isn't just it. How was it? How was the taste?
Good. I'm not sure how clean this horn was.
Oh yeah, that's not. A lot of debris. A lot of debris. Everybody's excited. We got Viking funeral in the house. We got Harmsy. We got Dave. We got Jason. We got Ashley, of course. We got T-Bass. L.S. Gregor. Good to see him. It's been a while.
Oh, look at this. Mason M hit a five-way parlay on his underdog this morning.
Oh, shit. $2 only. That's all right. That's all right.
It's a good start.
I got a lot of underdogs going today. Just a heads up.
I know. I actually like it when it's just a single game. So there's so many options. You're like, ugh.
Yeah. Well, the inactives are out. We're going to be talking Lubbock is still drinking his beer at 10:46 in the morning. Plenty to talk about. But hey, make sure to join us for the post game. That's when shit gets real. And we're going to be happy.
Oh, we're going to be happy because the Vikings are going to be 1-0 starting the season out on the right foot of Greg Joseph.
Oh, God. I hope not. I hope not. Deplorable Gaming. Skull from Buffalo.
Hell yeah. Buffalo,
Dayton,
Minnesota.
Brent. We'll start in a minute here.
Yeah. Probably start with those inactives. A couple surprising names on that list. I don't give any spoilers yet, but one surprising, one disappointing, I would say.
I would say more surprising are the ones that are not on it, which makes me happy. Julian Marker is in the quarterback lock. Go say hi to him. Have you seen Tim Voss yet? I told him, I said, get a picture and send it to me.
Oh, that'd be so cute.
Chris Bowman.
I thought it was Chris Berman for a second.
Guy's got a
guarantee you he's drinking right now.
Thomas.
What up, you Peterhead?
What up, Captain Peterhead?
He's the captain of the Peterheads?
He is Lieutenant Peterhead. I don't know which one's better.
I don't either.
Yeah, baby. All right, let's do it. Let's talk some Vikings.
Julian Marker has not seen Vossman yet. Do you have the inactives?
Voss texted me right away this morning. He said that he cannot wait to see Julian Marker.
Well, Brantley was lying. Do you have the image of the inactives? Did you have that ready to go?
No, did you?
No, I can't share images when I'm not the one hosting.
Let's start with the Bucs. The Bucs inactive list can pretty much eat my butt because it doesn't matter. Payne Durham, Derek Pitts, Keyshawn Vaughn, who I think kind of went MIA, Brandon Walton, and Marquise Watts.
Okay. They made up Brandon Walton. There's no one named Brandon Walton. They just want to put a name out. They're actually got 54 guys active today. Wow.
Well, I don't know. He sounds very, very real. 49. If you're watching, hey, hit that like button. Let's do this. Hit the like button. Make sure to subscribe. We're getting close to 10,000. All right, the Vikings. Inactives. Andre Carter, not a surprise. Jaron Hall is the emergency quarterback, so he'll be inactive every week, but he's still there. So Nick Muse, Jacalen Roy. Yeah. I don't like that. What's going on there? We'll talk about these. Marcus Davenport, the big one, and David Quisenberry.
Yeah, a couple of surprises to me. Jacalen Roy being out. I mean, where's the depth now? I don't know. So that's a little bit head scratching to me. I don't know what's going on there. And then Questenberry too. Old Q-Bear inactive. Hopefully no one gets hurt when it comes to our tackles because who the hell are you going to put in then?
Yeah, I mean, maybe this is because he's slated as our backup left tackle. So maybe he just doesn't have the offense, whatever. I don't anticipate him being inactive anymore this year.
But seriously, I mean, you got Oli Udo, and you put Brandel back out to tackle? I don't know what you do.
Yeah, you'd have to, or Udo. But so Davenport, writing was kind of on the wall yesterday. He was questionable. Sucks ass. I mean, this one blows. It more blows just because he's has a past of being injured, and now he's starting off the Vikings right out of the gates week 1, and he's not playing.
Yeah, to me, this just smells like the start of a trend, whether he's back next week or not. I mean, it's a short week this week. Will he be active? Will he be ready to go for this week? Who knows? We might not see this guy till week 3, and who knows if he's going to start having all these little minor dings and whatever and just be the Marcus Davenport he's been. And I hope that's not the case, but man, what a bummer. What a disappointing way to start your Vikings career.
Aaron Poe thinks that signing sucks. Blows. I'm sorry. Blows. Hey, let's wait. I'm gonna give it a little bit of time here. I just wanted to see him out there because
the Kwesi haters are ready to feast.
He's part of this. He's a big part of this defense being better. So, or I shouldn't say better. I mean, he's filling in for Zadarius Smith basically. So he's a big part of this. DJ Wonnum, they said, is going to be the guy. Hopefully, we see some Patrick Jones mixed in there as well. Nick Musey, no surprise there. And Jalen Roy, I guess I just chalk it up as he was a 5th round pick. I mean, it would be nice if he's out there, but clearly they got tongue. I mean, they got some depth.
A little bit, but I think he was listed at end at the last depth chart. So you got what? I mean, Bullard and Laurie are your starters, and then
Lowry,
yes. So yeah, I don't know. I thought we'd see some Jalen Roy mixed in, but it's week one. It's week one. Again, Andre Carter, I expect to see that every single week. I don't think he sees the field. I think he was kept to make sure he doesn't get claimed by anybody else. Maybe he'll get active late in the season.
Yeah, same thing with Nick Muse. Unless there's an injury, he's going to be inactive every week. Let's talk about guys that aren't inactive. Najee freaking Davenport isn't inactive. Davey Chains, the man. Davey, can't wait to see you on the after show, baby.
Hell yes. And Najee Thompson is active. Did you guys see Matt Daniels? He's had his eye on this guy for 2 years. He wanted him when he was a junior. And they're like, oh, that guy's not coming out. And he's like, oh, shit, okay, I'll wait. But
yeah, I did see that. Clearly, they're in love with him. I can think of nothing better than getting this U.S. Bank just fired up than having one of his beautiful special teams tackles, just a shoestring tackle. Let's go. It's going to happen.
Hell yeah. Oh, my God. Dustin Roberts. Dusty Ray, because he's our friend. Man. That's what we call him, because he's our friend. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Dusty. Make sure you're on the post game as well. Let's see. Thomas is very active, just so we know that. Who else? Ivan Pace. I mean, I know Lepkus isn't surprised about that, but I wouldn't have been surprised if he was on the inactive list. Good to see him out there. I'm sure we'll see him in special teams, whatever. I look forward to seeing what they got up their sleeves for him.
Well, I think he'll get some defensive snaps too. It probably won't be like we were hoping, but I think he'll get mixed in.
He's going to be in the Ring of Honor by week 6.
No, but I think he's going to be part of this defense. I think we'll see it today.
Let's go. Who's excited to see this defense? First time we get to see this defense in action.
Well, and we get to see, Dean Lowry for the first time. We get to see Byron Murphy for the first time. So guys we haven't even seen yet out. Brian Asamoah, we're going to see more of him. We barely got a sniff of him. And Mekhi Blackman. I mean, we're going to see these guys we barely got to see. We didn't see some of them at all in the preseason.
Armsy.
Getting our first look at some Vikings. I can't wait. Can't wait to see these guys out there. These fellas.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know. Viking Funeral, I think, put it out there right away. He said he had a hard time sleeping last night. I was half in the bag and I still had a hard time sleeping. It was just the purple energy going up my parts.
Yeah, down your plums. Feel down plums.
Plums. Let the boy watch.
Yeah, 4 or 5 picking the Vikings to win today on NFL Network. Not bad. I don't like when it's a clean sweep. I always feel like it's a jinx.
Yeah, well, hey, if I looked up the last time the Vikings played the Bucs, we lost. It was only like 3 years ago. Tom Brady was there. Dan Bailey. That was 0 for 3 from field goals and 0 for 1 in extra points. Tough.
And there was a blown interception. I think it was Jeff Gladney. He picked it up in the end zone, and all the replays looked like he caught it, and they overruled it. So that was bullshit. One of those wins they just give to Tom Brady because he's Tom Brady.
Yeah, whatever. Doesn't matter. We got Baker Mayfield today, and we're going to make him look like a fool.
That's the other thing.
Packers game. That'll be I'm very curious how that one shakes out. They're the 3 o'clock, right?
I'm not sure what the schedule is. I only know when the Vikings play. But yeah, I mean, the other thing too. I mean, Brian Flores seeing this defense, what it's really going to be. All these creative looks that we've heard so much about. He's done some nutty ass shit. Oh my God, Viking. Done some nutty ass shit, blitzing like 10 guys, keeping one back. I hope to see it. If we're going to lose this year, I want to lose being aggressive. So I'm fine with that. I definitely want to see this defense attack.
Yeah. Expectations are so high. Viking Jerome, not me. Viking, or I got Viking.
I slept with my dog.
He's, it's going to be fun. The other side of that is if the I don't know, everybody is going to be very quick to just rip them. Like if we come out and we just suck ass or it's not anything crazy, whatever. There's so much expectations for us just to bring the house and do everything. And I do expect it. I'd be very surprised. I'm not saying it's going to work. I'm just saying they're going to do a lot of different stuff.
Well, and is anybody scared about this team being rusty, this offense being rusty because the starters didn't play? Here's what you guys think about that. Anybody worried that this offense is going to look sluggish, that there's going to be some rust, even defensively too? These players who haven't played, Is that something that actually concerns you?
That scoring with the enemy, he said that's what he was excited about. So from a Bucs standpoint, they're happy that our starters aren't playing.
Harm says the first series might be rough.
Wow.
Traveler is worried. Yep, Thomas. Captain Peterhead took my point.
Well, yeah, and I mean, it's not like we got a second, third year. I mean, Kirk Cousins is going to be fun. Like the dude is. There's no issues there. Justin Jefferson, all the guys are no concerns, zero concerns at all. If anything, I'm concerned about, I guess it would be like the offensive line. I mean, just not being altered as a group.
Well, here's look at last year. We come up with this beautifully scripted series against the Packers. You moved the ball easily down the field. It was just methodical. It was beautiful. It took some time off the clock.
Methodical.
And I think it's going to be the same way this year. I mean, you're going to have this first series is going to be scripted. It's going to be every single play is going to be laid out beautifully, and those things usually go very smoothly. So the offense, I'm not worried. The only thing that concerns me at all is maybe like during the endurance. You know, these guys haven't been out there. They don't have their game legs yet. They're not fresh. They're not in game shape. So maybe third, fourth quarter when they really, you know, especially the O-line, I think they'll be able to hold up against this beast front of the Bucs. That's something that could concern me a little bit. Overall stamina.
Look on the bright side. We're playing the Bucs at home, so that is definitely in our favor. I mean, I'm not being very nice to the Bucs, but I really don't think they're going to be very good this year. That's what even actually puts more pressure on the Vikings to win and hopefully win by a couple scores. Because the Bucs, I mean, what are they at best? 7 wins, maybe, and they're in a shitty ass division.
Yeah, and their pressure on this game is to come back, and you got the Eagles on the road on Thursday, short week against the reigning NFC champions, a team that looks maybe even better than last year with all the pieces they've added. So not an easy week 2 for the Vikings. You drop 0-2. I know it's not the end of the world, but man,
watch your mouth, mister. You just grab another drink of that beer out of that gross.
That would be bad.
Freaking horn.
That tastes delicious over the horn.
Buccaneers are not good. Billy confirms that they are not.
They're not
good. Run game is only concerned with me with the offense. Venomous. Great to see Venomous in the house.
Always.
Everybody make sure you hop on for the post game right after the game, and probably even a couple minutes early.
Skull TYA.
Griff Daddy's in the house.
No way. What's he doing up this early?
Skull TYA. Wow. Happy game meeting to you as well.
Yeah, good luck tonight on your debut, your debut of your post game. Wish you the best, Skull TYA.
Buttocks. Yeah, Griff Daddy. Wonderful to see you. Hope to see you on the post game, as always. He only comes around during season, so he's sticking to his.
Yeah,
this is his theme.
It is his theme. I like that he's consistent.
T-Bass did say he's surprised. I mean, all of our safeties are active. I mean, even Theo Jackson's active. Lewis Cine is active. I guess, that's a good thing. I mean, I don't know where he's going to play, if he's going to play at all, but all 6 of our safeties are, in fact, active.
Yeah, I mean, you can blame the DC. It's fine. But at least we're going to be aggressive. I mean, we better be. If we're not, I'm going to be shocked. If it's more of the shell shit, everything that we heard about Flores doesn't happen.
So if the defense looks terrible, I'm not going to blame the players. I'm going to blame the DC, just like everyone did last year. But I thought T-Bass blamed all the players. I don't know. I'm confused.
I don't know. I mean, you also got to put your players in their best chances to succeed. And look at Daniel Hunter. You can't be dropping Daniel Hunter back in coverage, whatever percent of the time it was last year. He should never be dropping back in coverage. Maybe once or twice.
I think Ed Donatel is T-Bass's brother or something. He just doesn't want to admit it because he's the biggest Ed Donatel guy.
Why is he defending Ed Donatel? Weird.
All right. Michael Carter is going to blame me. That's fair. Yeah, that is fair. I get blamed for a lot of things that I don't do. Is Davenport playing? No, Davenport's inactive.
He's out. He is out. Which is very
Jared. We agree. Wholeheartedly. Let's talk about biggest worry as far as are we more worried about the Bucs wide receivers against our secondary? Or are we more worried about that defensive line against our O-line? Both
what do you guys
very
think?
Terrifying.
Oh, for sure. But worries you guys more? Bucs veteran receivers against a very inexperienced secondary, or a pretty damn good D-line against our suspect O-line?
Griff Daddy has a request. Homestead,
Homestead comes on for some crazy-ass rant sometimes.
It's all right. Wide receiver versus, let's see, Travelers more scared about their D-line Vita against Garrett Bradbury / Ed Ingram is horrifying. Wide receivers versus the secondary. Helmstead wide receivers. D-line seems pretty split.
Yeah. I mean, to me, it's the D-line against the O-line, because I think when it comes to the offensive, the receivers against our cornerbacks, number one, our offense can match whatever they do. If for some reason they're killing us, we have the offensive power to match that. It could be a high-scoring game. We can win a high-scoring game. You can also make adjustments, I think, to take some of that away. If maybe it's Mike Evans who's dominating, you double, triple team him. You can make adjustments. When it comes to the O-line against the D-line, sometimes that's just man versus man, power versus power, grit versus grit, toughness versus toughness. And if you're outmanned, you're outmanned. And you can't really adjust for that. And we don't have any depth. So to me, their D-line against our O-line is way more terrifying.
Well, and you know why their receivers aren't that scary? Because Baker Mayfield's the one throwing them the ball. That takes their receivers. I know they got very good receivers. I'm not downplaying that. But when you got Baker Mayfield throwing the ball, it makes them way worse. Way worse. So, yeah, Vita Vea against it's what a test. What a moment to come out and prove that this offensive line has improved.
And let's not forget either. I mean, Kirk Cousins is used to be under duress. So, he's done that before. He can live with it. So, but again, you can completely shut down a team's offense if you're getting in the backfield every single play.
Yes, sir. It's 11:01, 59 minutes until kickoff. Bingo, bango. Make sure to join us for the post game right after the game. You guys come on, give us your studs, turds. We'll break it down. And some brews.
Don't forget, we're putting the poll up right away for the stud of the game. We are sending a Vikings player this beautiful trophy every week. The stud of the week will get this trophy mailed from the Lamar Lopez Show. And you guys are voting.
Yeah, we're going to say it was voted on by the fans. They're going to open it up and say, what the hell is this? I don't want this. And most of them will probably throw it away. But guess what? It's still going to be fun as hell to send them this weird stud trophy.
Too bad there's not full-blown genitalia on that thing. That'd be fantastic.
Well, maybe next year, our goal is that somebody actually posts this we see it in the back of an interview. It's something creepy.
Ashley's still here. Does she do trophies? Maybe she can make one with full-blown.
No kidding. Big old Fally hanging there. So, yeah, it seems pretty split. What else we got? Who's sitting on a sneaky big game?
Who's sitting on a sneaky big day for the Vikings? Everybody's talking Justin Jefferson. Obviously, Kirk Cousins is due for a big game. But who's a sneaky play who could have a big game today?
Week one. It's always, you just never know. Never know.
That's the other thing too about doing these underdogs week one. Some of these matchups are kind of odd. You don't really know how some of these younger players are going to be used. It's tough. Osborne, that's a good one. Helmstead.
Everybody is always forgetting about Osborne with Jordan Addison in the mix. Ty Chandler's a good one. Josh Oliver. You may have just stole mine. I will have a backup, I guess.
Yeah.
Tell us. There we go.
A
lot of Jordan Addisons.
Yeah.
If he has a big game, even though we expect it and he's a first round pick and we want it, it would be a surprise. Like to come out of the gates and just have a big game week one. Ivan Pace, DJ Wanham. That's a good one. I got bad news for you.
He's a little bit late on this one.
Bad news. I think he's a Raven now. He's still around.
Give the guy credit. He will not go away.
One of the 20 safeties. Mason M. I went with the Osborne over on that as well.
Yeah, right. That seemed very low, and he's super cheap in FanDuels too. I don't know. Everybody's looking overlooking KJ Osborne today.
Hunter. Well, it wouldn't be sneaky. He's going against a real shitty right side of that offensive line. He should get his today. He better get his.
He'll be hungry. He's got to be hungry. Kirk going off. Ellis Gregor waited 3 years for Trevor's breakout game.
Worth it.
Never did come.
It's good to see some familiar names in the house that we haven't seen in this offseason much.
Yeah. Well, and we do appreciate the ones who are here who stuck with us all year long as well.
Hell yes. TJ Hawkinson should put up a game too. No doubt about that.
Who's your sneaky play? Who do you got?
I don't know. I've been bouncing around as far as who to go with. I'm gonna go with Brandon Powell, I guess. Our new punt returner. We've just seen such crap punt returning for so long. I think he's going to put a little wiggle, a little shake, and get us very excited and give us some very good field position. So I'm going Brandon Powell, mostly just as the punt returner.
A little Marcus Sherrill's change the wind of the game kind of punt return. All right, that's a good one. I'm going to go with, we talk about this defense. Everybody talks about the fun parts, the Neil Hunters, the young linebackers, the Byron Murphys, Harrison Smith. But I'm going to go with the old veteran linebacker in the middle, Jordan Hicks. Everybody's forgetting about Jordan Hicks.
We are.
He had maybe some bad PFF grades, but that guy can make a big play. He can intercept it, come up, rush. Everybody's looking at Asmaw, Ivan Pace Jr. Let's not forget about the veteran, Jordan Hicks. I expect some big plays from him today.
I would love it. Nothing more for him to make some big plays. Brian Asmaw, very curious to see what he brings to the table for being out so long, just basically still being a rookie. I mean, I hope he does good. I hope he does really good.
And again, I'm curious if they're going to really rotate these linebackers like they're showing in the practice. Is it going to be different combinations throughout this thing? I hope so. I'm going to see a lot of different personnel use, a lot of different looks, and I'm expecting to see that from Brian Flores today.
I think we're all going to be a little. My prediction for today's game is we're going to see a lot of running, a lot of Madison, handful of Ty Chandler. I think we're going to see a ton of run game this year. I really do. I know you're on the thing where they're just going to continue to throw it.
Because I just don't know if it's in Kevin O'Connell's DNA. I don't know if he can. I don't think he can resist throwing the ball.
The moves they made this offseason, it just points to it.
It all does. It all points that way. But it all comes down to who's calling the plays. Even last year, when we were up, had a lead, you run the ball, he was still putting it in the air. So KLC likes to throw the football. He's a quarterback. I'd like to see it more balanced. Maybe we'll do it. Maybe we'll finally do it.
Did we do the new face? Which new face we're most excited to see?
We just talked about it a little bit briefly, but who are you most excited?
New Viking, whether it's a rookie or free agent, who are we most excited to see in purple? This is easy for me.
Really?
I'm not getting cute. It's Jordan Addison. It's it. I mean, there's nothing else to it. I'm excited to see a lot of these guys, but Jordan Addison is a sexy beast out there, and putting him on an offense that is already fantastic. He is the new Viking that I'm very, very excited to see.
Yeah, and we got just a little taste of him in the preseason, not much at all, but we saw that beautiful toe tapping sideline catch he made that KOC didn't review. I'm going to go Byron Murphy, our big free agent signing, a guy who's had rave reviews. I'm excited to see him out there. I think he can take the next step and become that shutdown corner, and all starts today with a very tough test out of the gate.
Very tough test. He's going to have 8 interceptions against shit Mayfield.
Again, but last year's Vikings, they wouldn't pressure a quarterback like Baker Mayfield to give him time to gain confidence, to hang around longer than they should have. I mean, this is the time you got to, if you're the better team, I want to see the 2023 Minnesota Vikings put teams away early. We didn't do it last year. You can't let these bad teams hang around because they start thinking that they have a chance. Put them away early, get up big, and then just keep on hammering them.
David Ditter is 100% correct. If Rashad White is getting, and they're gonna, if he's getting his on the ground, and we take the ball out of Baker Mayfield and they're continuing, that's gonna be horrible. But we need the ball in Baker Mayfield's hands. We need to beat up by a score right out of the gates.
We got breaking news from Don't Care Bear.
Oh no, trust me, I saw that. Parts. Don't Care Bear. Thank you for that. But yeah, run defense. We cannot allow them to get 4 or 5 yards every damn carry. We're screwed.
And let's not forget the preseason run defense was horrible. Yes, that's different players, but is it the scheme? I don't know. I know we're playing vanilla, but again, it makes you wonder. It makes you worry. Is the run defense going to look like what it did this preseason? Is that just a Flores thing, or is that just them not really carrying too much?
All right, we got 52 minutes until kickoff. Make sure you join us for the post-game studs and turds, all that fun stuff, drinking some beers. Final prediction in the comments. Let's see what you got shaking for a score.
Yeah, let's see what you guys got. Final score here. Has anything changed with maybe these inactives as you thought about it more, as you stewed about it overnight, waking up middle of the night, sweaty, hot, hard? Thinking about this game.
Getting night sweats, that's generally not a great symptom.
I woke up and thinking it was like 3 a.m. It was 11:30.
Jesus. Bucs 27-13. That's a good score. It's a good healthy score. 20-30 Vikings, 30-14 Vikings. Burnsy in the house. Always
Burnsy.
Him. He's back. He is back, baby. 28-13. Nobody picking the Vikings to lose yet.
I don't think we get a lot of those here at the One Bar Lupagus show.
Nothing wrong with that. Lupagus and I did ours yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Purple and gold for days, 31-14, an all-out blowout. Helmstead, close one. Yeah, I'm sticking to mine. I think there's gonna be a bunch of points based off of last year's defense for each of these teams. We're not good. Yes, I want it to be better, but I got low 30s and I got it like a 3-point game. I think I said 31-34, something like that, 33-30, something.
Yeah, I'm sticking with mine. I think we finally get our was it more than 17 plus win. Hasn't happened since 2019. We went to Los Angeles and blew the Chargers. I think it's gonna happen. Vikings are due for a blowout win. And today's the day. 2023 is going to kick off
every week last year. They're due for their blowout game, and it still has. I hope you're right. It just never.
It's a different season, though. It's a different season. It's going to be a new Minnesota Vikings. Again, we're not sure when that new identity will be established, but it's going to be different. Every year's different.
Let's go.
Hell yeah.
All right, everybody hopped on. That is the belly up. Make sure to hop on for the post game. We'll be doing our winners, losers videos after that. We're going to be busy as little beavers.
Yeah, and we'll hop on with a little short with our thoughts at halftime as well. So look out for that. See what we're thinking, how we're feeling, if confidence is high, if confidence is low. But again, expecting good things today. All right, guys, again, thanks for hopping on. And remember this, the word nerd was actually invented by Dr. Seuss.
Oh, Dr. Seuss.